what is the difference between my love if I'm gay and your love if you're not gay that makes my love lesser than yours? And if you think my love is lesser than yours, who have you asked and how do you know? And so the question is really about degrees of love. And if you're gay, I think you're pretty sure in the way you've lived your life that actually love for all of us who are human is the same. And we would like that to be publicly recognized under our Constitution.
How old were you when you first confessed your love?
Oh, I was probably about 15 or 16 when I didn't. You know, when I would have done anything to, when it almost happened and then didn't. And then by about 18 in a more ginger, careful way, and then, you know, each year a bit more. But I certainly felt love. I mean, I certainly felt what every boy in my class was feeling.
Did you
but I was
speak to your
feeling for
mother
another
of it?
boy. No, I never went home in those years and said the truth. I never did that.
And so, for you, this is an extraordinary moment because, I mean, you'd love to be that 16-year-old right now.
The idea of not putting someone through all that again, it's really about families and individuals who are saying, look, don't do that to my son, don't do it to my daughter, don't do it to my cousin. You know, it's quite intimate in Ireland. It's an intimate society. Everyone knows someone now who's gay, or whose brother is gay, or his cousin is gay. So it's become a set of interconnections in the society. And so it's personal before it's political.
But this is so fascinating because it's such a swing. That has always been true of Ireland, that there is this intimate network of family and community. But it was never, never aligned with the idea that homosexuality should ever become a legal thing. And the church was in the way. Now the church has been in some way totally neutered.
Yeah, the church has no moral authority to speak on civil matters. And I don't notice them speaking...
That's because of the abuse.
Yes, because of the abuse. And I don't notice them speaking much on spiritual matters, so that they're sort of neutered. And so the moral authority has moved in various directions. But one of them is to people who are discriminated against and victimized have a funny sort of power in Ireland. But what's also, I think, been key here is the women's movement.
The fact that you've lived a life which started with repression, effectively, of repressing your own love, repressing ideas of equality. How did it affect your writing? Because you write often of quite agonizing situations.
I'm sorry to say that it has almost been useful to me. And I wouldn't wish it on
You mean
anybody.
you wouldn't be the
I mean,
writer that you are?
Yeah, I wouldn't wish it on anybody on a personal level, but on an artistic level, it means that you're working in a funny space where silence reigns, where someone is thinking one thing and saying another. And that's quite dramatic if you're writing a novel. It's a good way to proceed. And it may be one of the reasons why there are quite a number of gay artists, in that you do develop a sort of an introspection very early on in your life. You look inwards, you take nothing for granted, you notice things, you watch things. And that may be a very good training. I mean, what W.H. Auden said, as much neurosis as the child can take. But I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I wouldn't want anyone else to have it. I mean, I don't think it's worth it.
Can you see the consequence of liberation for you? I mean, can you see it in your own writing?
Are
you a happier writer?
I'm not sure that my mind darkened a good while ago. I'm not sure I can do that. But I certainly would see it as a citizen, as someone who could, I mean, it has been an odd position I've been in, where I've been writing all these books, publishing them in Ireland, doing readings, been on the Arts Council appointed by the government, representing Ireland as an artist. And I can't do this thing that other people in Ireland can do. I can't get married in the normal way and have those rights under the Constitution. It's an odd position to be in, and it'd be lovely not to be in that position. It'd be lovely to have clarity on this.
And are you confident of victory?
Oh yeah. I think this time round something has lifted. The society has had the imagination to change, and that's a great thing.
Colm Toibin, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.